Hey everybody, Marcos Villegas here in Santa Monica for Canelo Alvarez's media workout. Getting a little caught up there, Oscar. I don't know what's going on with me, but Oscar, Trout, Canelo Alvarez, it's a very dangerous fight, and Canelo's on the verge of crossing over. And why put him in a position like that as his promoter to maybe risk that from happening? Because we're seeing him on Under Armour commercials. We see him, he's on the verge of crossing over.
Oh, absolutely. And these are the type of fights that you have to make, that you have to be in to take yourself over the top and become a superstar, to become an established fighter inside that squared circle. I mean, to be the best, you have to fight the best. And Canelo Alvarez understands that. We understand that. Like you said, Austin Trout is a very dangerous fight. Undefeated world champion. It's gonna be quite an interesting night of boxing in San Antonio, especially in front of what we're expecting, close to 50,000 people. So we're looking forward to it. But these are the type of challenges that Canelo wants. He wants the best.
Looking at Austin Trout, does he remind you of anybody you fought in your career? And can you compare this fight to any fights you had or any fights in the history of boxing?
You know, I don't think I can compare him to any southpaw. First of all, I didn't fight too many southpaws, but because they were very difficult to fight against. But I can't compare him to Pernell Whitaker because, I mean, Pernell Whitaker, there's only one Pernell Whitaker. He was very slippery, very elusive. I mean, pound for pound, the best of the best. I think Austin Trout is more of a stationary fighter. He doesn't run as much, doesn't move his waist as much like Whitaker. He's not slippery like Whitaker, but yeah, it's still dangerous, obviously. I mean, Trout is a world champion, undefeated. My hat off to both because Austin Trout is coming off a great win against Miguel Cotto. He could have taken a different path. Canelo, he's a star in his own right. He could have taken an easier path, but the fact that both are squaring off on that same squared circle, I mean, you know, my hat's off to both.
Fans are very happy. They're the same fans that criticized Canelo about not facing the top competition are now saying, you know, thank you, Canelo, for taking on someone like Austin Trout. Are you worried as a promoter going into Texas, seeing that Texas kind of has some wacky decisions, and then seeing that Austin Trout's a defensive fighter, and whenever you put a fighter like Canelo, his style, against a defensive fighter, you get scores that are all over the place?
Well, I mean, obviously, what I tell every fighter now is, look, why even give it to the judges? Just it's in your hands. Go out there and fight hard. Go out there for the knockout. You know, make sure this fight doesn't last 12 rounds. You know, and we've been seeing more knockouts. The fighters have been more aggressive, not leaving it in the judges' hands. I mean, that's the only way you're gonna, you know, not create controversy is by knocking out your opponent. So that's what I'm hoping for. I'm hoping for a great fight. I'm not siding with anybody. I just, my motto now, my philosophy is now that just go out there, fight hard, and there's no way you can lose.
Well, there'll be doping going on in the state of Texas, because I know last time Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. fought there, it wasn't done. And like I mentioned before, the commission is sometimes in Texas all over the place.
Well, there is the USADA that they're using for this fight. So yeah, I mean, you have two fighters in Austin Trout and Canelo who are as natural as can be, and you know, we're not worried one bit.